In this video, I'm briefly going to cover the concepts of business process management. We're going to go on a little bit of a speed date here. All businesses have processes, whether that's to process a credit card request, a loan, a student enrollment, an employee onboard. Whatever it is, they're the people that are involved, the steps that are involved, and the systems that we use to get things done. And in most businesses, and especially as businesses grow, processes can become chaotic. We lose sight of where things are, especially as we hand off things between departments. We duplicate one another's efforts. We make mistakes. And there's a lot of other issues with our processes. Business process management is, first and foremost, a method or a methodology. And that methodology follows a set of phases and steps that we go through to take a look at a process, figure out how to make it better. It helps us formalize that process by establishing the way we should do it, and it also helps us analyze it. It gives us tools to look at waste and other inefficiencies and streamline the way that we should do things. And it certainly does improve our processes, and that's been proven time and again. And there are formal methods like Lean or Six Sigma, or you can use more generic methods. In addition, BPM is also technology, and BPMS technology helps us to enforce that process. So if we define a process now and we have a policy, BPMS can help us enforce the way that that policy or that process is actually performed. Taking that same methodology, let's start with design and modeling. So the first thing we do in a methodology is we design the process. Technology tools can help us visually depict the flow of work and information in an organization. These tools can output policy documents, and we can store them in central libraries for ready access. Once we've modeled our flow of work, the next thing is to actually perform it or execute it. So BPMS technology products have, among many things, at their core, a workflow engine. What does that workflow engine let us do? It lets us establish rules. We take that same process map, we add things like who should perform the step, what group or individual, what type of deadlines might there be on a given step in the flow, and if the deadline occurs, who should be notified. They provide forms tools so that we can capture information and we can route information. And those form tools can integrate with existing business systems, presenting data and pushing data into those business systems as necessary. And then they also, of course, have alerting mechanisms and ways for people to interact with these applications. I can start a form on my browser, on my computer, and maybe I get, or my manager gets a notification on their cell phone to approve this particular information. And then last but not least, these tools help us with the monitoring, measuring, and tracking of our processes. So that gives us insight into the performance. So not only can we track a given item, the same way you track a FedEx package, we can also aggregate data and understand our processes through metrics, averages, volumes, and other types of information. And the last and final component of business process management, philosophy, or really a corporate culture or approach. In an ideal scenario, business process management is an initiative led by your management organization, and it's a culture that your organization adopts to apply these methodologies and technologies to improve your business.